Good morning, everybody. It's lovely to have you again. This is the ECIS team. And then yesterday we started our class. Unfortunately, we couldn't do so much. However, there were some people that followed through with the class. And then the activity that was given in the class, they followed through and submitted. So we'd like to appreciate Amaka Florence, and also would like to appreciate Oluwadunsin Christiana. And lastly, we'll appreciate Chidi Chidiogo Okolie. Sorry if I did not pronounce your name very well. These are the three people that turned in their prompts and the response from their prompts. So we'll just what we want to do this morning is we want to take correction to their prompting. We'll start with the first person, which is Amaka Florence, who dealt with economics for SS2. Now, the prompt she sent in is I'm an economics teacher. I need a lesson plan on economics for SS2 on the topic instrument for business finance. The second person said, I'm a chemistry teacher. I need you to make a lesson plan for this topic asking for one class between the age of 12 to 14. The objective, define acid list, explain and give examples under each type of acid. And then the third person sent in, I am a social studies teacher. I need lesson plan for primary 5 on the topic drug benefits of drug. At this point, I will hand over to the team member who deals with prompt engineering to quickly give an analytical correction to all the prompts that was sent in. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Hassan. Before we hand over to Mr. Hassan, who will critically review the prompts that was sent in by Amaka Florence, Oluwadunsin, and Chidi, we just take a recap of what we looked at yesterday. Now, I would like to say teachers are the experts. AI are tools. It's just like you have your textbook and then you go to class to teach. I'm a teacher, and when I get to class, I tell my students, you don't look at a textbook, look at it. If the textbook was good enough to teach you, you would have stayed at home. Your parents would have made you just read the textbook at home alone. As teachers, when you are preparing for your lesson, whether you want to prepare your lesson plan, your lesson notes, whatsoever you want to create with AI, know that the AI is just a tool to assist you with whatever you want to do. So, in that line, it is necessary you clarify to AI what you want to do. It is good you give your instructions clearly. It is good you interact with it before you proceed using whatsoever response it needs to use. Just as a way of recap for those that were not present yesterday or those that network could not allow them hear everything they said. Now you have to give the AI your role or ask the AI to act in your place. Take, for instance, I am a chemistry teacher. You specified your role. I am an economics teacher. You specified your role. Or you can tell the AI, act as the economics teacher. You are an economics teacher. So in that situation, the AI sees itself as the economics teacher, personalizes itself as the economics teacher. You are like the student, it will be giving you feedback. Please don't forget, you are the expert. It is just a tool. Even when it is acting as the teacher, you are still the teacher. Now, number 2 is give clear instruction. I always advise sometimes just give your type your prompts on your notepad before bringing it to your AI. For example, if you are using your system to type, it does not allow for enter key. Immediately you click the enter key, that's sent already. You sent in the prompt. You might have to type on your notepad. And then if you're very familiar with keyboarding, you understand that if you use Shift Enter, to allow you to go to the next line. However, there are sometimes maybe out of a rush, you might just hit the enter with an incomplete prompt. It is expected you give clear instruction. And for you to achieve clarity to your instructions, just open your notepad. On your notepad, what you do is outline everything you want to show as part of your instruction. Then another thing I will tell is this: give constraints. Now, constraints is tell it the scope of what you want to do, give it objectives yourself, specify the tone, specify the flow, specify examples, the style, anything that you know that is peculiar to how you want to teach. Let it know the age of the student so that you're not asking it to teach acid. Acid is taught in primary, acid is taught in secondary, acid is taught in the university. Then it doesn't give you just generic feedback, and then you have something that will confuse your students eventually, or something that will not serve the purpose of your lesson. Give it constraints. Now, the constraints will range from the class you want to teach, the age group of the students you want to teach, the kind of students, the peculiarity of your learners, the environment you want to teach it. Take, for instance, you might be teaching in a Yoruba environment, you might be teaching in a tropical environment, you might be teaching from a savannah environment, depending on the subject and topic you're teaching.
I think previous knowledge of the student prior to that particular.
Thank you very much, sir. Previous knowledge is important, is part of the constraints you can give. As it applies to you as a teacher, just put in your constraints. Then in this situation, it serves as a guide to the AI. Now, another thing is key points. Don't let AI guess for you. Let it know that, oh, I want examples that are found within my environment. Such as, take for instance, let's say you are someone who grew up in the northern Nigeria. In the northern Nigeria, cattle are seen everywhere. You can easily give examples of breeds of cattle, and children of age 5, age 7 will understand, which is not understandable easily by students in the southern Nigeria. Now, in the southern Nigeria, you can mention Iroko tree, mahogany, and so on, easily understood by children of age 5, 7, which is not easily understood by those in the northern Nigeria. Please just give it key points. Don't let the AI second guess for you. Don't let it think outside the scope of your lesson. Give it key points that you want it to work with. Now, very, very important thing we need to look at here. Structure your prompt in such a way that the AI will be able to think step by step. Now, for AI to be able to think step by step, be very specific and clear with your use of verbs. Prepare, write. They are two different things. Now, if you ask it to write, you can just write anything. I am preparing a lesson plan is different from write a lesson plan. Be very specific with your use of verbs that will guide it to think step by step. Critically analyze the example. Critically discuss with the students. Evaluate the previous knowledge before the introduction of the lesson. Allow the AI to think step by step for you. Before we go to the last point, in asking it to think step by step for you, outline how you want it to, the order you want it to think. Firstly, give the biodata, the introductory aspect of your lesson plan, date. I want the date first. I want the subject next. Just outline it. Then go to the instructional procedure, go to the teaching methodology, previous knowledge, outline all this. It might look as if it's tedious compared to when you are writing by yourself, but take note that this is your first prompt. Very, very important. Take the pain to do everything necessary, probably more than you would have done if you're writing by yourself.
And I think the advantage of this is that once you have these prompts put together, next time you want to prepare a lesson plan, the only thing you just want to do is just want to change the topic, because you already know that the details of how your lesson plan is always prepared has already been covered in that point. So it is going to be your sample point created by you with your own voice, with your own instruction, personalized to your own, either your own school or your own curriculum standard that your school is using, so that anytime you want to do a lesson plan, you don't need to come and repeat yourself to the AI anymore. Once you drop that prompt, it gives you exactly what you are asking it to give you. I think that's one of the benefits of actually stating it step by step for the AI.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan. Please note that it is good to put in the work for your first prompt. When you put in the work for your first prompt like that, it helps you in your next lessons. By the time you're planning the second lesson, the third lesson, the fourth lesson, it's just a walk in the park for you. And then the last part of it is you have to learn to interact. Now, interacting is where the major work is. ChatGPT will tell you that ChatGPT is not perfect. It can make mistakes. Always revise your work. When it gives you the plan, go through the plan. part of the interaction is you can tell it, go back to paragraph 2, go back to this part of the lesson plan, edit this thing, go back to the example, increase the example to 5 points, increase the example to 10 that are in my environment, reduce the example to 2 or 3, go back to the evaluation, make it 5 questions. It might have given you 2 questions for evaluation, make it 5 questions based on the plan. Interact with the AI, revise whatsoever it gives to you, and then it helps you get the best of outcome. So when you interact that way, it helps you get the best outcome eventually.
And I think it can also help you get the clarity that you need to refine your prompts. Because during the interaction, you get to know that, oh, these are the things I didn't state in the prompt, that this thing that the AI is missing. These are the things I didn't state in the prompt. It helps you revise your prompt. And by the time you do the interaction, especially given that it's your first time, by the time you are done with that interaction, you finally get the last and your lesson plan together. You can compile all the instruction into that one prompt, so that anytime the next time you want to give a prompt, because that is what now makes it easy for you to just press one button and the AI gives you exactly what you want.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan. So at this point now, we'll be looking at the assignments or classwork that was submitted yesterday.